as well.
Okay, so what I'm going to talk about today is snippet sniping and how we use Eris tools and going through this with Haley today. It's about January 12th for reference. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so everybody can see what I'm doing. So we'll go here and I'm going to go to the top. And I'm going to type in Eris. And am I sharing? Yeah, I am sharing my screen. Let's just make sure I'm doing that right. Great. Yeah, I see it up there. So this is our website. We're going to go to keywords,
Keyword Explorer.
or actually, yeah, we're going to go to Keyword Explorer. Or generally what I do, sorry, is I click on my website. So as you can see, there's a little thing that comes up. You click on the website and then you go to organic keywords. And um, generally what I'm looking for is I'm looking for like this is a good example, is a keyword that is locked into like a lower position and could use a snippet. So like to start off with, as an example, I'm going to use this Warren Notice Florida. You can see it right here at the top. Like an example of one that we wouldn't necessarily need to do would be like fraud defense attorney. And if we go, you can see that there's actually um, not a snippet. I think it would like note it off to the side, like featured snippet. So you see this little cursor here where it says featured snippet. That's like an example of like, hey, we're good, right? Because I already did these featured snippets and they're on it. So this one is technically ranked for a number one, but it doesn't have a snippet. So we could also do that one if we wanted to. But more what I'm looking for is like a good example, right, is what do corporate lawyers do? Very high volume. And so I'm going to go to Google to start off with. Let's do the Warren Act and let's do what do lawyers do? So I'm going to go here and let's take a look at that. What do lawyers do? And just to make sure you get the exact language right, what do corporate lawyers do? Okay, obviously you can see that um, I'm ranking for this. You can kind of see in Google Console, if you're the website owner, you can see that, but that's not important for uh, your purposes. You're going to go down here and you see that. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to take this and I'm going to go here and I'm just going to copy the article. And I just go from the bottom. The way that I like to do is just go from the bottom to the top because technically, if you do Control A, it will put some of the other website stuff in here. And then I'm going to go to my OpenAI account, which highly recommend their professional account. So I log in here, go to Chat GPT, and yeah, I'll go to the corporate account. So I'm in my corporate account, and actually you can train it to get better at this, which, you know, we might doing a separate thing. But let's just take this and I'm going to say, please write a Google snippet that communicates what do corporate lawyers do in 360 characters or less based upon this article. Please include what do corporate lawyers do in the snippet, and also indicate that I am an authority on the subject, because I'm a corporate lawyer. I've been doing it for 10 years. And so that can sometimes help with the ranking on Google, but it doesn't always make sense to do that. I only do the ones that I actually feel like I'm an authority on. If it's anything law related or something that we're working on or on our website, then generally I would like to think that I am an authority and I could be established as an authority. And so like my name is John Montague, and I've already pre-trained it on my background. So, and you have that too on the work account. Or if you're watching this video and you don't have a work account, you can sign up for GPT Plus and enter custom instructions. I'm going through all this because I might just post this to YouTube.
Yeah.
That will also be easier for you to review in the future.
Yeah.
Or anyone else.
Helpful.
So there we go. And article is as follows. I'm just trying to explain everything and I type it in. And you got to give it a second to think. So we'll just pause, take a sip of my coffee. And that is not 360 characters or less. And it's weird because you kind of have to argue with it like 2 times. And I say, please make under 360 characters. No, please make under 360 characters. I think it has something to do with like the scripts running, that like it can't really do that
That would make sense.
immediately. And so it's unclear why this is it doesn't work this way, but now we're under 360 characters, I think.
I pulled up a word count. All right. Yeah, like a word character counter because I couldn't tell.
So
That's the same.
is it the same? So
I just Googled word counter.
I say, no, please make shorter. That is not under 360 characters. And then, so you might have to argue with it a few times. Let's see, hopefully this one works. That's great. Okay, that's under 360 characters. But the problem is I said, please lead with what do corporate lawyers do? Because we want to lead with that because that helps with the snippet.
Probably thinking, how do I fit this much
Now,
information?
now, please answer the question, because I don't want it to just be like an advertisement for the article.
Yeah.
So this can actually get to be somewhat time consuming.
That's probably where I've done most of
Yeah.
my time, is going back with that.
So that's still not exactly what I want. So I'm just going to say, no, make under 360 characters. I'm misspelling it. Here, this is great. So this is an example. This is pretty darn close. So as you can see, it took some tweaking and some cycles to go through it, but this is what we have as our Google snippet. So now I'm going to go and I'm going to go to our WordPress site. And I should just be able to click here. Oh, it's making me type in my username and password. So I'm going to go here and just go pull that information. And let's see here. So I'm going to go here to this account list I have. Okay. And here it is. And I'm going to put in my password, obviously. And this part is obviously really only relevant if you have a WordPress site, but you can, this same concept can be applied. So we're going to go and we're going to say corporate lawyers, right? Because that's like the title of the article. Very easy to find. Here we go. And now what I'm going to do here actually is I'm going to just go ahead and drop this in. And generally what I like to do is I like to say like, make this like a heading. And this is a little bit like stylistic. And just make it like a heading 3. And I might even delete this other stuff because maybe call it like a short overview because I don't want it to get confused. And then,
key concepts.
yeah, that's a good idea. I like that. So call it key concepts. And like if what I've been doing, I've done it both ways. Like I've done it this way and just left it like paragraph format because I think that's fine. And then I might just like italicize and bold that at the beginning, but like I don't know if you have a preference, like what you think looks better.
I'm an italicized girl. I do love italicized for stuff like that, for when it's like important little excerpts. I like it italicized.
So do you think this should be a heading 2? Like maybe we should just make it a heading 2.
Yeah.
And then, so that's part 1. And then, so it goes in the short answer. And then like, I might go down here and call this like, you know, background information. And while we're in here, we can, let's see, this would be a heading 2. And this is also a good opportunity to improve this article with some authority citing. And I'm going to say, okay, based upon the article I submitted, please write a 2-paragraph introduction about the concept and why I am an authority. Because I've already pre-trained it on this data. And Haley, you have that same on your team membership account.
Yep.
So it's going to go in and
It got a lot better when she did that. I was struggling.
So I think this is fine. Sometimes I write it in the first person. But this is all like really useful information, I think, as to why I'm an authority. Yeah, so that's really great freaking introduction chat GPT. So like I just go in here and I'm like, okay, drop it in here. And then there's so like one more step. So that's going to help our ranking in general, like beyond the snippets typing, just like providing authority information, which can be applied to anything. And then what we're going to do here is, yeah, this excerpt is not great. So there we go. Like that looks good. And if it's slightly over 300, I don't think there's like a hard rule on 360 characters. Some say under 300, some say 360. This is just based upon what I've heard. And then go here and we're going to, yeah, go to the, oh yeah, the edit snippet, sorry. It's usually shows up different. Like it's usually down here. No, this is the same as a snippet. If you update this, this is the same as updating the snippet,
Okay.
the excerpt. It's my understanding. But sure. Yeah, because look, if I go here, it's already populated,
Okay.
I think. And yeah, we can generate some inbound links, see if there's anything. Yeah, that's kind of relevant. That's interesting. Yeah, there we have a corporate governance page, so that's interesting. And they usually get typically less relevant as you go down. And so I go here and I'm gonna hit update existing keywords. That's updated. And now that all that's done, I'm gonna just go like hit update on it. And then that is basically it. So that's an example of how we might snippet snipe and how we look and find different opportunities. And I'm going to end the video now, but I'll do another one that's not videotaped, but this can be gone back to for a reference. Thank you. Goodbye.